Hi everyone, welcome back to your weekly update for February 14th, 2021, and happy Valentine's Day. So yesterday, Saturday the 13th, was our first ever virtual live chat seminar on YouTube. It went really well, better than I had planned. I've never set anything like that up before. It all went very smooth. I had up to 49 people watching with me. A few of you chatted with me and had some questions. That was great. It was a lot of fun. Let's see, next week we have the Hedges and Screens talk. Now, my talk yesterday was about 35 minutes long. Unfortunately, the next few are way shorter. I think there's one that's 9 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes. So that doesn't give us a lot of time to chat or to ask questions. But I noticed the live chat actually comes on at least 30 minutes before the premiere. So I will be there beforehand if you have any questions, gardening related or about the topic at hand for that day. Also yesterday I started filming the What's New for 2021 Annuals edition. Should be a good one, lots of good stuff. Things that are average, things that are spectacular. There's a new gomphrena I can't wait to show you. There's new downy mildew resistant impatiens that are very exciting, and quite a lot of others. So in my thumbnail image for the video this week, I said there's both good news and bad news in the plant world. I'll start with the bad news. Number one is there will more than likely be no David Austin English roses this year for us, and they will be extremely hard to find anywhere else. We had placed our order last spring to receive here within the next couple of weeks, and I heard rumors that other garden centers were not receiving their shipments, in the warmer zones. So we reached out to them, we contacted them, they said that's correct, you are not getting your order. They said they had too many COVID restrictions. I mean, they are in California, they weren't allowed to do much anyway. I'm part of a garden center manager group on Facebook, and a lot of us were discussing, a lot of people had opinions that they may be possibly hoarding them for themselves for retail sales on their website. I don't know what's true, could be both. Definitely being in California, they weren't able to do so much, but that is very disappointing. So bad news number two is we had unfortunately lost our potted veggie grower. If you remember back in the last Bay of the Annual House area, we had a whole table full of 3 or 4 inch potted veggies in a multitude of different types, different varieties, and they were bought, and the new company is not quite ready to fulfill those orders. So this winter was tough. We weren't sure what to do, but luckily one of our local growers that grows mums, a lot of mums for one thing, or other annuals, they have agreed to be our new grower. So we had given them a list of all the varieties, your favorite varieties and ours, to grow. So they're gonna get the seeds, they're gonna grow them for us, so luckily we will have those again. So I got my coat on, I'm gonna head back to the last Bay of the Annual House and show you what's going on there. We got a couple of shipments, did some potting, plus it's heated in there, so I'm gonna head over there. So back in the Annual House, looks like we have a lot of pots. It's crazy to see it empty like this, isn't it? All these are pots. So many pots. Trays. Those are the larger fiber pot hanging baskets. Hangers, 8-inch pots. Oh, there's those nice colored tomato cages. And these huge hanging baskets are all reserved for the city of Fairlawn. They put in a special order. And I am headed right back here to see what's going on back here. The fans are running, so it's going to be a little loud, but these are all potted dahlias. They should look quite different in just a few weeks. And over here is kind of what I was looking for. These are boxes of, I think, yeah, the tiny lilies. Just bulbs of those. Looks like, oh yeah, there's some down there planted. Let's go ahead and take a look at those. So they don't look like much because obviously the bulb is way down in there. But this is the Tiny Lily series, very popular. I mean, this one, look at that one. And this one, Tiny Poems, Tiny Shadow. Now these we actually plant in stages. We'll plant half of the order now, then half of the order in a few weeks so that they'll bloom a little bit later in the season. You'll have your early May and then you'll have them a little bit later too. If you remember last week, I showed you those pallets of bird baths and I was glad I didn't have to unpack them. Here's some of them, very vibrant colors. I think that sunflower one there is my favorite. Okay, so I made it back, and I just wanted to end this week with a happy birthday message to our store manager, Jeff. He turned 50 years old this week. He definitely doesn't look like it, but it's definitely one of those milestones that should be celebrated. So happy birthday to you, and I will see you all next week in the next week's video. Bye-bye.